You've heard it before, right? This amazing idea that your thoughts can literally shape the world around you. It's a super exciting concept, and it often gets tied to the wild world of quantum physics, suggesting that our consciousness, our minds, can somehow directly change reality itself. Thoughts become reality. Man, that phrase has captured the imaginations of millions. It feels so empowering, like we have this secret superpower to just think our dreams into existence. But what does the actual science have to say about this? Let's really dig in and find out. So here's our game plan. First, we're gonna bust the myth that links our minds to quantum mechanics. Then, we'll get into what science really says about the power of our thinking. After that, we'll uncover your brain's own reality filter. And I'm gonna give you 4 practical, science-backed tools to retrain it. And finally, we'll see where the real magic is happening. All right, first up, this fascinating place where science and spirituality seem to crash into each other. You know, it's a really appealing idea, isn't it? The thought that in a world that feels so chaotic, we have some kind of secret, fundamental control. But how did so many of us come to believe that the laws of the tiniest particles in the universe could be bossed around by our own consciousness? Well, it starts with quantum mechanics. This is basically the rule book for how the universe works at the teeny tiny subatomic level. And down there, things are just weird. Particles don't have one set location until you measure them. They kind of exist in this fuzzy cloud of possibilities. It is completely different from the solid, predictable world we see every day. And this is the heart of the whole misunderstanding. It's called the observer effect. The popular idea is that a conscious human being, you, observes all the quantum possibilities in your mind, chooses one to become real. But in actual physics, an observer isn't a person. It's just a measurement tool, like a sensor, that physically interacts with the particle. It has absolutely nothing to do with human thought or consciousness.
And the mix-up doesn't stop there. Other really complex ideas, like the theory that consciousness itself is a quantum thing, or that our universe is just a big hologram, get thrown into the mix to support this whole idea. Now, don't get me wrong, these are mind-bending theories, but the scientific community is pretty clear. They are way out there, super speculative, and they offer zero proof that your personal thoughts can directly change the world outside your head.
So if quantum physics isn't the answer, does that mean our thoughts are powerless? No way, not at all. It just means we've been looking for the magic in the wrong place. So let's pivot away from physics and into psychology, where we can build a much more accurate picture. Here's the truth. The power to change your reality is absolutely real. But the mechanism isn't out there in the cosmos somewhere. It's right here inside your own skull. The real power is in the incredible, well-documented machinery of our own brains. This chart lays it all out perfectly. You see, quantum physics is busy explaining the subatomic world. Spiritual interpretations, while meaningful to many, just don't have scientific backing. But look at that last row. Psychology and neuroscience. That's where we find strong, solid evidence. It shows us that our thoughts guide our attention and our actions, and it's those actions that actually change our lives. So how exactly does the brain do this? Well, let's meet the bouncer at the nightclub of your reality. It's a little known but ridiculously powerful network of neurons called the reticular activating system, or the RAS for short. Okay, get this. At any given moment, your senses are just being flooded with millions of bits of information. But your conscious mind, it only processes the tiniest sliver of that. How tiny? About 0.00001%. Your brain is actively throwing out almost everything. And the RAS is that filter. Think of it like a personalized search engine for your life. Based on what you've told it is important, through your goals, your beliefs, what you're constantly thinking about, it scans your entire environment and only lets the relevant information through to your conscious awareness. You've totally experienced this. Ever decide you want to buy, say, a red car, and then all of a sudden you see red cars everywhere you look? It's not magic. The number of red cars on the road didn't suddenly triple. You just gave your RAS a new search term, red car. Your brain's filter changed, and your perception of reality changed right along with it. And this is the mechanism we can actually learn to control. So if the RAS is our internal search engine, how do we get better at typing in what we want to find? Let's get practical. Here are 4 scientifically proven methods to retrain your brain's focus and point it where you want it to go. First up, affirmations. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking. It's about deliberately giving your RAS new instructions. By stating your goals in the present tense, like, I am a confident speaker, and really feeling the emotion of it, you're tapping into your brain's ability to change itself. It's called neuroplasticity. You're literally building new pathways that support this new identity you're choosing.
Next is something called the WHOOP method, and it is brilliant. It takes positive thinking to the next level. You start with your wish and the best outcome. But then, and this part is absolutely key, you identify the main inner obstacle that's going to try to stop you. And then you make a simple if-then plan to deal with it. This whole process gets your brain ready not just for success, but for pushing through the inevitable challenges.
Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind, it's about becoming the director of your mind. By just watching your thoughts come and go without getting tangled up in them, maybe just labeling them, oh, that's a worry, or that's planning, you actually weaken your brain's automatic knee-jerk fear reactions. At the same time, you're strengthening the part of your brain that's in charge of conscious choice and control.
And finally, visualization. There's a reason elite athletes do this all the time. Brain scans show that when you vividly imagine yourself doing something, your brain lights up in the exact same areas as when you're actually doing it. So when you do a mental rehearsal and you bring in all 5 senses, what does it smell like? What does it sound like? You are literally priming your brain and your body for success. You're making it feel real before it even happens.
Okay, let's bring this all home. The real magic isn't some mystical force out there that's bending to your will. It's an internal, biological feedback loop that you, yes, you, have the power to influence. And this cycle is really the big takeaway. It starts with a conscious thought. You decide what's important. That retrains your RAS, your brain's filter. Because you're focused on something new, you start to notice different opportunities and you take new actions. Of course, new actions lead to new results in your life. And those results, they circle all the way back and reinforce your original belief, making the whole loop stronger. That is how you actively participate in creating your own reality. So the power to change your world doesn't come from messing with quantum fields. It comes from understanding and directing the most complex and incredible tool we know of, your own brain. It's not mystical, it's neurological. And the best part is, it is a skill that anyone can learn and get better at. So the final question really isn't if your thoughts can change your reality. The science is clear that they can, by changing you first. The real question is this: now that you know the tools, now that you know how to direct your focus and prime your brain for action, what kind of reality are you going to build?